Back. I'm finally doing my review on Vacation. I actually saw it last week, but I need a little time to let it sink in because I realized I had way more expectations on this movie than I even knew. So I had to give it a little time to sink in. Um, Honestly, there were plenty of parts that, plenty of jokes, or attempts at jokes sometimes. Sometimes they took it too far. Sometimes they took it just to the edge but brought it back. But honestly, there were some genuinely funny parts in this movie. I think for this generation of Vacation, which is what they were aiming for, they did an okay job with that. It's really hard to sometimes, bring a cult classic and then redo it and aim it towards another generation when the old generation sitting there going, huh. So, honestly, with what they had to work with, I thought they did a good job. I mean, could it have been better? Yes. Could it have been worse? Absolutely. Honestly, I love Christina Applegate. She did a great job in this movie. I heard that some people said that Ed playing Russ he was an idiot. Well, if you kind of look back at the old Vacation movies, Clark was no rocket scientist either. But I have a theory on this. I think it's more to do with the fact that Chevy Chase really owned that role as Clark Griswold, and he made it his own, and he sold it to us. And, so Ed is coming into this role, and those are kind of big shoes to fill. Yes, it's not the same role as Clark, but we're kind of expecting it in our minds, I think, a little bit. So it just, might have translated differently to every single person that saw it, in my opinion. But honestly, with what he had and what he did, I think Ed did a decent job playing Russ. I really do. There were a lot of good cameos in this movie. Colin Hanks was a personal favorite. Charlie Day as the river raft guide, he was funny once they got on the water. So, I think It's Always Sunny fans will appreciate his role in this movie. I will say Chris Hemsworth as a Southerner just didn't do it for me. That stereotype was one of they took it way too far, in my opinion. I'm from the South, so we're not all like that, I was a little disappointed with Leslie Mann's Audrey because that was one of the expectations I actually had. I really expected her to just bring it, and I was expecting more from Leslie Mann's Audrey. So I was a little disappointed with that. But, overall, this movie was actually pretty great. And, of course, the Bev and Chev, cameo wouldn't be the same without you. And, it's just... Overall, this movie, if you go in knowing what you're getting into and expecting, kind of a slapstick, stupid kind of funny, you're going to enjoy it. And, as a vacationer, I grew up on these movies, so, I had to see it. And I do say, if you like the Vacation movies, I say go see it because it's a good time. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Until next time.